I have always believed that faith was a shield, that my devotion to God would protect me from all evil. But there are things in this world that do not fear prayer. I learned that in the garden. The convent garden was a place of solace, where we sisters would tend to the roses and lavender, where the wind carried the scent of fresh earth and whispered through the leaves. But at night, it changed. The wind became hollow, and the moonlight painted the hedges in strange, shifting shapes. It started with the voices. At first I thought it was the wind, a distant murmur, a rustling of leaves. But then I heard my name, soft, almost reverent, Sister Maria. It was as if the garden itself had exhaled my name, a sigh among the vines. I turned, clutching my rosary, my heart hammering in my chest. No one was there. The others did not believe me. Fatigue, they said. The mind plays tricks in the dark. But the voice returned. Night after night, growing stronger, closer. Until finally, I saw her. She stood among the rose bushes, pale as the petals that surrounded her, her habit tattered, her hands clasped in silent prayer. Her eyes, hollow, dark, stared straight through me. My breath hitched as she lifted one trembling hand and pointed to the ground. I dared to step forward, my feet crunching against the frost-bitten grass. The scent of lavender turned rancid. The air thickened with something unseen, something wrong. And then I saw it, half buried in the dirt, the remains of a crucifix tarnished and broken. The whispers surged all at once. They poured into my ears like a tide, a chorus of pain and pleading. I dropped to my knees, pressing my hands over my ears, my lips moving in frantic prayer. The ghost did not move. She only stared, her finger still pointing, demanding to be heard. And then, as suddenly as she appeared, she was gone. The next morning I returned to the spot with a shovel, dread curling in my stomach. The other sisters watched, their faces drawn and pale, as I dug beneath the withered rosebush. And then I struck something. Cloth. Bone. The whispers returned, rising with the morning mist, as if relieved. We unearthed what was left of her, a nun who had vanished from our order decades ago, her name lost to time. Her hands still clutched her broken crucifix, her lips frozen in silent prayer. We gave her a proper burial that day, and that night, the garden fell silent. The wind no longer carried whispers. The moonlight no longer cast shadows where they did not belong. But I still hear her sometimes. Not a voice of fear nor of warning, just gratitude,